Hi everybody, this is Bob from Buckeye Sports Center. Today I'm really excited to present to you guys the 2025 Cobalt R6 Surf. So this is a really cool boat from Cobalt. A lot of versatility, a lot of different ways you can use this boat, a lot of different types of water you can use this boat. So this boat's really geared toward any type of family fun on the water with a ton of versatility. So first off, I'll kind of get a difference there. What is this reverse drive Cobalt really do compared to like a traditional inboard like a Nautique or a Malibu? And the biggest differences here is you see the freeboard height, but the way that these traditional bow riders are set up is that they're really set up for application in some rougher, choppier conditions. Certainly some of the inboards have gotten better in that regard, but if I'm out there in 3 or 4 footers on Lake Erie, I'd much rather be in a Cobalt than most of the inboard boats out there. So it gives you the versatility of riding in a true rough water scenario, but still have the ability to have a really awesome surf wave. So as we can see, this is just shy of 26 feet. We're a massive boat, super high freeboard, tons of depth, really deep hull configuration, really premium because it is a Cobalt. So this is kind of your premium, reverse drive inboard outboard surf model. All right, the boat itself is no different really than the R6, which is the the traditional bow rider version. This one's got a bunch of different elements, a bunch of different differences that will make it special for the Surf Edition. So first thing, Cobalt, stainless steel, everything's really heavy duty, really nice clean. This has got the sport windshield upgrade, so just a ton of fit and finish quality here. Just a beautiful boat. All the stainless steel, custom premium trailer is part of the package on this one. So in general, we're going to take a look all around, and let's take a look at the R6 Surf. So a few things we're going to talk about here in the transom area. As we can see, this is going to be different than pretty much any other IO that you're going to find. You've got the reverse drive with the props facing forward. All right, that's going to be a safety feature from a surfing perspective. So you can feel confident if the boat's moving forward, you're not going to have anybody surf into the props. So props are well forward compared to your traditional rear face, rear located props. So that makes surfing perfectly safe on this model. And then the other key feature that nobody else has in the marketplace in this style of boat is the patented surf gate. All right, so we've got the patented surf gate that was patented by Malibu many years ago. Cobalt now is able to use that technology, and that technology is going to provide just the most awesome, cleanest surf wave. You see the trim tabs as well, so you can adjust and tweak the wave a little bit. So we've got tabs, we've got the surf gate, and we've got the reverse drive, and those three things together kind of help form that really cool surf wave. As we get inside the boat, we'll add ballast and some other features. So really set up well to be that awesome surf wave. Everybody else out there in the marketplace is pretty much just going to have some type of trim tabs. The surf gate really enhances and really cleans that wave up, helps it develop a little sooner, and makes that surf wave really awesome. Another thing I'll point out here on the transom, we've got upgraded stereo system on this boat that shows 2 JL audio speakers on the transom. We have a really nice heavy duty grab handle, as people kind of maneuver themselves around the boat, trying to get in the boat. And then we've got this cool feature, the flip down swim step. So because we are in an IO engine, a traditional inboard is going to have that lower platform. All right, this unfortunately the IOs can't have that because the drive's back there, but we still can have the flip down swim board. I can't put it all the way down, but you can use that as a step. You can use it as a ladder to get in the boat, but that gets down to below the water level when it's all the way down. So a really kind of cool feature that Cobalt has on this model. So we move inside the transom of the R6 Surf. First off, we've got this kind of cool flip down seat. So if I kind of want to lounge facing backwards, watch the kids swim, whatever, I can do that. That flips down to be a full sun pad. As I move inside the cockpit of the boat, we see this flip seat as well. So if I wanted to lounge all the way back, I can flip that down. I could lay back, and this is a cool setup. Again, nice heavy duty stainless steel. We've got the stereo remote on the transom, so ultimate versatile seating on this model. Everything's really heavy duty, really nicely well done. We'll look at this one's got an upgraded wake tower. All right, so we've got the fixed frame here. So this frame, you're not typically going to be taking the upholstery on and off quite often. It's not something you have to roll up and put in a boot. Pretty much fixed, pretty much good to go most of the season. We've got the swivel board racks also included on this for surfboards and wakeboards. And then, this tower does tilt down. This is, I believe, a manual one. There's optionals for upgrades where you can actually get power towers. And then this one's upgraded to the JL Audio, one pair of stereo speakers, as well as the interior stereos being upgraded. So really, really cool upgrades on this R6 Surf. So take a look at the engine. This boat's powered by the Volvo V8 380 horsepower reverse drive engine. So plenty amount of power on this boat. That size has been pretty popular for this setup, anywhere even a 350 to 380. There's plenty of power for this boat, for this application. You also see how clean the engine compartment is, how heavy duty everything is. And the other unique thing to this boat is that we've got two rear, actually there's three total, but you can see two of them back here. We've got hard tank ballast. So almost everybody else in the marketplace on this style of boat is going to have some type of ballast bag. All right, the hard tank is obviously a little bit more difficult to fit and engineer into the boat. But Cobalt did that. They see the benefit of the hard tank. It's a lot easier to monitor how much is in there. It's a lot more, I guess, reliable from that perspective. So so having the hard tanks in this boat is unique because almost everybody else has bags. They're just kind of bladdering a bag into the side of the boat where they feel like there's space, and the bag kind of opens up based on the space that's there rather than having a pure hard tank that's set up. So again, awesome setup here. We've got nice seagrass floor that's all snap out here in the cockpit. Other little features, there's a little table mount right there. There's a table that will go up inside the boat, so if you want to kind of serve food or something, you can do that. We can open up the battery compartment on this side. All right, so there's your battery switches. Actually, your batteries are located in the back, but nice little trash can. Again, really nicely finished off compartment. We see our table mount in there. We also see our ski pole mount. So if you wanted to run more of a skier as opposed to a wakeboarder, there is a spot on the transom to mount the stainless steel ski bar. And then on the starboard side, we see a nice big area that you can do a dropped-in cooler. One of the Igloo coolers fits in there really nicely. Again, really awesome fit and finish. We've got the nice caramel-colored interior on this boat, really rich, really high-end, kind of that high-end automotive feel. Really makes the boat rich. Cobalt, does all their upholstery in-house, so you can kind of see the nice touch points, the different stitch patterns, and stuff that makes the thing really, really premium, really high-end. And I like it because it's got a little bit of a soft feel, but it's not, it's definitely strong. It's got multiple densities of foam underneath. Everything's double stitched. It's really, really premium, and you can tell it's not going to break down over time like a lot of boats will. So we move over on the port side, and the other thing I just want to point out, just because it is significant, just the amount of space that's in this cockpit for a 26-foot boat. I mean, it feels like a 28, 29-foot boat without fail. Cobalt does a great job. They've wrapped the upholstery all the way around, really maximize the interior space of this boat. Really, really wide feeling, but yet you still have really wide seating. All right, so it's really, really cool the way they do that. Versatile seating again. We can sit facing forwards. We can flip this back, facing backwards like that. All right, so if I want to kind of lean back, watch the rider in the back, that's pretty cool. We've got a flip-up bolster if we want to get better visibility forward. Other nice thing, look, kind of a cool armrest, even on the port side here, that's also on the driver's side, which is pretty cool. Comfortable upholstered armrest, which is awesome. And then we've got other thing, again, that creates the versatility of this boat. We've got the full head compartment. So you're never going to find this on a surf boat, all right, but you've got the full head compartment here. Open that up, good amount of space in there, nicely finished off. I believe we've got the pump out system on here where you can pump the potty out with a not manually, but with a pump out at the marina. So again, really cool setup there. You can also use that for just general storage. Traditionally on a wakeboard or wake surf boat, you're not going to find any type of head compartment. Lockable glove box. Again, nice, accent points all the way around. We actually see a third ballast tank underneath here. I'm not going to open that up. There's a third hard tank underneath there. And then we get into the dash controls. And I'm not going to get into the dash specifically. There's all kinds of surf features that are related on here. So we've got two screens here. And then all your surf controls are controlled right at those screens. All right, so you can set speed, you can surf left, surf right, all that type of stuff. We've got a wireless phone charger. We've got the trim tab controls down to the right-hand side, And then we've got all your accent lights and different things like that, bilge pumps, you know, all that type of stuff right on the center here. So your surf controls are going to be controlled in the digital screen. We've got digital throttle control, all right, here off to the right. Again, really, really nice setup. You know, this boat is rated for 14 people, and there is space for 14 people. So, you know, so ultimately a really nice clean dash area with all the controls that you're going to find traditionally on a wakeboard boat. It's going to have the same thing here. All right, last section of the boat to talk about is the bow area. Again, what I'm usually looking for in a bow is a depth. You know, if you got kids sitting up here, nobody wants to feel uncomfortable, and we've got tons of depth up here. You know, this is a traditional bow boat, so that's pointy nose in the front. But even with that, we've got tons of space. You know, even I'm 6'2", bigger guy, I can lay out fully with my legs stretched out. We've kind of got a cool little kind of shotgun seat over there on the right-hand side that people really like. You know, so the person who wants, but you can still sit with your legs out if you wanted to, or you can sit with your legs down. We have actually underneath here, we have a 4th ballast tank. All right, you can see that fixed down there. But even in the middle section, which I didn't open, there's still a big ski locker, so you can get your skis, your wakeboard, stuff like that in that center locker. So multiple in-floor lockers on this boat, which is really cool. You know, on a lot of other models or other brands, literally, they have to put ballast everywhere that storage exists, and on this model there's still plenty of storage even with the ballast. So anchor locker up front, again, heavy duty everything as far as the stainless steel grab handles, the big stainless steel cleats up front. You know, really premium Cobalt feel to the boat. Again, beautiful setup. You know, plenty enough big for, up to 3 people to sit up here in this bow. And it's still a decent size, even though we talked about how big the cockpit was. Usually when you have a larger cockpit, you lose bow space. And on this model, you still have plenty enough space for a couple, 2-3 people to feel comfortable sitting up here. So in summary, R6 Surf from Cobalt, it is their best-selling surf model in that, just under 26-foot category. So it is a really popular setup. Didn't even talk about the little flip down armrests over here, but really premium feel. Again, you can do everything. You've got the potty on the boat, you've got a rough water ability. It's still not, it's still an easily trailerable boat, so this is a boat that even if you're going to drop it into an inland lake or something like that, it's not too big for that by any means. We've seen these boats all around on inland lakes as well, but if you're going on Lake Erie, you're keeping the boat on Lake Erie, you want a surf boat, but you also want something that's going to ride well in the little bit choppier conditions. This is an ideal fit for you. But again, the key to the boat is the versatility, surfing, bow rider, rough water, calm water. Even if you're not even surfing that often, even if you're just tubing or whatever, it's a great boat for that. And the other kind of misconception about there, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't really need to get a surf boat, because I'm not really that good. Surfing is kind of the opposite of wakeboarding in that a wakeboard boat, you can make this big wave or whatever, and if you're a beginner, you're never going to utilize that wave. But in the world of surfing, you need that bigger wave just to be able to do the sport. If you have a little bitty wave, which a lot of boats out there have a little bitty surf wave, they say it's a surf model, but the wave's really small, you're never going to learn how to do the sport because you need that push, you need that wave to be big enough. So actually, in a lot of cases, the bigger waves for the beginners is a better way to go. And that's why this R6 Surf is so important, is because, it truly gives a wave great for beginners, but also, a professional wake surfer can have a good time behind this boat because the wave is so good. So thanks again for checking out the R6 Surf with us at Buckeye Sports Center. For more information, visit our website, buckeyesportscenter.com. View videos like this one from many boats brands, including Cobalt and other brands as well. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the water.